You are watching ILFL Soccer Nights.
Sponsored by Mashuri এবং Hawk and Eagle.
Welcome back. You're watching ILFL Soccer Night here on channel and TV, sponsored by Meshvi Mediterranean Grill and Hawk and Eagle Property Consultants. As we stated earlier, we're now going to go through the Interleague Champions Cup draw. Before we go to the draw, if I can just quickly run through the teams and the format of the competition. It's been running for 2 years, this competition, with 2 leagues taking part. This year we have 4 leagues taking part. We have an open pot with everyone's names in there. The way the draw will work is that if 2 teams from the same league are picked, then one of those teams will go back and then we'll pick another, just to avoid the same teams playing one another.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah. Also, I think the interest for this competition has been overwhelming. There were 7 leagues who want to take part, but unfortunately we can only accommodate 4. And the leagues that are taking part this year are the Musical League, Shapla League from Birmingham, the Inner London Football League, the organisers of the competition, and the Hackney and Leighton League, which are also a local league. Now, I'm going to quickly run through the teams, and then we'll say a few words about the teams before the draw. From the Musical League, we have Gower All Stars, Hackney Vikings, Interasia, and London Tigers. Now, Rashid, do you want to say a few things about those teams?
The Musical League's been running since 1984. It's a very big league, and again, it's got teams all over London. And I'm led to believe a lot of the celebrities actually play for that league. They've got 2 divisions, over 18 teams, and again, once again, it's an established league for now 19 years. And hopefully, in the next 2 weeks, we are actually getting representatives from each of the leagues to highlight and give us more information about the leagues, so we'll get to know more in the coming weeks.
I think 2 of those teams from there we already know. London Tigers, obviously, as we know, have 2 of their own teams in our own league. And Interasia took part in the Asian Premier League last year, and they obviously moved to the Musical League this year. The second league that we have taken part is the Shapla League in Birmingham. And the teams from there are Aston Rangers FC, Sparkhill United, Salty Stallions. Now, just to mention some very brief words about these teams. Aston Rangers have been in the Shapla League since its inception 20 years ago. They are the current league and cup champions of that league. Sparkhill United are a relatively new team that have joined only a few years back. And also Salty Stallions are a new team, but they are a very strong team, I'm led to believe, and they're probably one of the favourites for the league and the cup at the moment. The next league is obviously our very own ILFL league, and the teams from our league participating are Bromley, winners of the very first Interleague Champions Cup, Stepney, the current winners of the Premier Division, our own very own London Tigers, representing the Inner London Football League. They're the current Interleague Champions Cup, the First Division, and the Challenge Cup winners. We've got Sire, the runners-up of the First Division, and we've got SCTA, the winners of the Second Division, all taking part there. And the final league is the Hackney and Leighton League. The teams from there are Black Meteors, Phoenix, FC Bartlett, Tottenham Phoenix. Do we know anything about this team, Rash?
It's a very established league. It's been running since 1946. They have over 50 teams, 5 divisions, and most of the clubs are actually well established, and they have Saturday teams, and they actually play semi-pro. So it'll be interesting to see some of the skillful talents that they represent. A majority of teams actually come from Walthamstow, Chingford, and mainly East London, but they do have teams around London, etc. So I'll be looking out to see those teams in action and to see the actual talent they actually represent. And once again, it's a unique tournament. The champions playing champions. I think I'm really excited with the draw and can't wait till the 3rd of November when they actually play these fixtures.
I think Rash just picked on something very, very key there. This competition is the elite, it's the cream of the cream, where the best teams from different leagues play each other, and then whoever is the winner is undoubtedly the best team around locally. Yeah. So without any further ado, Nanu and Rashid, we'll go on to the draw. Do allow me time to tie the draw up.
Okay. Sure.
Okay.
So Nanu, you're picking the home team, and Rashid, you're picking the away team.
Okay? That's right, yeah.
Okay, we've got Bromley from Inner London Football League.
Okay, you've got Bromley from Inner London Football League versus
Spark Hill from Shapla League.
Spark Hill from Shapla League. The next home team, please, Nanu.
We've got Goa All Stars from the Musical League.
Goa All Stars from the Musical League.
We'll play Tottenham Phoenix from Hackney and Leighton League.
We'll play Tottenham Phoenix from Hackney and Leighton League. Next home team, please, Nanu.
We've got the Hackney Vikings in the Musical League.
The Hackney Vikings from the Musical League.
Actually, it's the same league, London Tigers, so we'll have to put this one back.
Okay.
It's the same league, so we'll put it back. And if you're gonna, I'll pick another one. Sorry. SCTA from ILFL, Inner London Football League.
SCTA from ILFL.
Oh, we've got Stepney ILFL.
We've got Stepney, the current Premiership champions from the ILFL, versus
Aston Rangers Shapla League.
Aston Rangers from the Shapla League. That should be an interesting tie.
We've got Phoenix from Hackney and Leighton League.
Got Phoenix from the Hackney and Leighton League versus
From London Tigers, Inner London Football League.
London Tigers from the ILFL.
We've got Black Meteors from Hackney and Leighton.
Black Meteors from the Hackney and Leighton League.
All right, I've got the same team from the same league, so I'll put this back in the pot and get another team because it's the same league team. All right, the other team is London Tigers from the Musical League.
London Tigers from the Musical League it is. The penultimate fixture.
We have Saya from ILFL.
We've got Saya from ILFL.
They'll be playing Salty Stallions from the Shapla League.
Salty Stallions from the Shapla League.
And then we've got Bartlett from Hackney and Leighton.
And the last fixture is FC Bartlett from the Hackney and Leighton League versus
Inter-Asia from Musical League.
Inter-Asia from the Musical League. If we have a look at the screen, I'll just quickly run through this very exciting fixture for the Interleague Champions Cup organised by the ILFL. And they are Bromley from the ILFL versus Spark Hill United from the Shapla League. We've got Goa All Stars from the Musical League versus Tottenham Phoenix from the Hackney and Leighton League. Hackney Vikings from the Musical League versus SCTA from the ILFL. We've got Stepney from the ILFL versus Aston Rangers from the Shapla League. We've got Phoenix from the Hackney and Leighton League versus London Tigers from the ILFL. And then we've got Black Meteors from Hackney and Leighton League versus London Tigers from the Musical League. And then we've got Saya from the ILFL versus Salty Stallions from the Shapla League. And finally, we have FC Bartlett from Hackney and Leighton League versus Inter-Asia from the Musical League. All these fixtures will be posted on our website, ilfl.org. So it's there for everyone to go and see. Nanu, there's some exciting mouth-watering draws there. Which one grabs your eye?
Well, for me, I think it's hard to predict because we've never seen the other teams play. Although they have big reputations, big teams, big clubs, I think it's a unique opportunity to challenge yourself. Each team will actually play different in different areas, different teams. So it's a unique opportunity to test yourself as a team. For example, Stepney, they are the Premier League champions. In compared to other league champions, where do you stand? Are you worthy champions within the area or within the London itself? I think this will show, and this is the time to prove how good you really are in terms of progression and in terms of talent, in terms of footballing skills and knowledge. So I think this will test all teams from all leagues itself.
I think that's a very good point there, Rashid. As we said before, obviously this is an elite competition where the cream of the cream play the cream of the cream from other leagues. Coming back to my question, Rashid, which one fancies your eye there?
I hope, obviously, the ILFL teams do well. I know they've been in the final in the last 2 years. They won it once and lost in the final once. So I'm rooting for our ILFL teams. But I think the Hackney and Leighton teams will surprise us, because from what I've heard with the history and the background, the organisation, the semi-pro players playing in Saturday and Sunday, I think it'll be a test for all others. And hopefully on the 3rd of November, we'll actually see, and obviously we'll find out more about all these teams.
No.
It's difficult to say. I mean, we've got 4 different leagues, 4 different strong leagues throughout London, and then one in Birmingham. Some of the league's history goes back into the 1940s, so you can imagine how long they've been around and the experience that they have. And some of these teams may have been established well over a few decades. So when Rashid said Hackney and Leighton League might create some surprises, but I don't think there will be any surprises. I think that league has got something that we want to see. They'll probably show us something that we haven't seen before, and I've got my bet on some of these teams on that league.
Yeah, I mean, there's some very valid and good points there. I mean, all leagues taking part in this competition are strong.
Yeah.
And obviously each team, it'll be interesting to see where the 2 London Tigers are, how they tackle one another if they do meet each other, because one is obviously representing the ILFL and the other one representing the musical league. I think for me, the out of the teams that I know, the one fixture that stands out quite a bit is the Stepney versus the Aston Rangers, 2 current champions of their respective Premier Divisions. That should be a good game. Rashid?
Yeah, I think so. I think and Stepney, representing obviously Premier League champions of ILFL, they've got more pressure on their shoulder to maintain that credibility. So I think they need to step up. I know they had good results and they had a bad start, so hopefully they continue. My concern will be Saya. I know they're struggling in the league, and hopefully this will be a challenge for them to get the game in order, come out of the shadow, come into the light, and perform on this Interleague Championship tournament.
No, I mean, we've got Saya, who obviously are playing in the Premiership at the moment,
Yep.
and SCTA, who sort of flew the 2nd division last year. How do you think those 2 teams will fare against the big boys of the Premiership?
You couldn't tell. It's difficult to say. League is one thing, the Interleague Champions Cup is something else. Both of these teams are going into the unknown, and they may surprise a few teams, who knows. I mean, both of these teams are strong, they're just not doing well. The tactics are not working. So it's just anyone's guess really, but I think they might do okay.
Obviously, Bromley taking part in the Interleague Champions Cup both years. The first year they were winners. Are we expecting great things from them this year?
Similar to Stepney, I think Bromley, with the experience and the squad they have and with the history they have, they're quite successful in actually cup competitions. Obviously, they were selected via winning the League Cup last year. So again, we expected them to go to next round. The expectation there, can they maintain the pressure? Can they maintain the form they have in the League Cups and the cup competitions? Hopefully we'll find out on the 3rd of November.
Yeah, that's a good point. I was going to say, all these fixtures are in 2 weeks' time on the 3rd of November. It's not just the pride and the quality that teams are playing for. There is also a prize money for this competition, isn't there, Rashid?
There is. The winners actually will receive a £400 in cash prize money, and we're looking at alternative prizes, which we'll discuss in the coming weeks to all the teams and all the league itself.
I mean, in terms of sending messages to other leagues that are around London, Nanu, what does this say to them or tell them really?
The interest is there, the excitement is there. Everybody wants to play in this league. As you mentioned earlier, I mean, 7 different leagues were interested, and unfortunately this year we couldn't meet that capacity. But next year, next season, we're looking to expand every year on year, and we hope that we can accommodate more of the leagues around the country, perhaps, not just in London.
In short, what he's basically saying is ILFL is not just sustaining; it's getting bigger and better. We're looking to improve, we're looking to prosper. We're not happy with just providing a good league. We're looking at better projects to enhance the teams we have, provide better facilities, and progress. Like the Vets League, Vets Tournament, we were the first to introduce, and others obviously followed, jumped on the bandwagon, but we were the first to launch it last year, and it's been a success. This project is last 2 years very successful. Now it's even bigger, 4 leagues. Why compete? Work together and unite, and that's what we're exactly doing. And this ILFL is providing a platform for a lot of projects, a lot of areas to get bigger and better, and hopefully this will prove the case once again.
I think, the ILFL are running a lot of projects and will continue to do a lot of projects, but I think this is something that they are doing is very unique and very exciting. And we've got to mention that Mesbah from the previous APL has had a big part to play in getting this together with the ILFL. So, Mesbah, if you're watching, thank you very much, and you're taking part, coordinating the musical league this year again. All these fixtures will take part on the 3rd of November in 2 weeks' time. So good luck to all the teams, and may the best teams win. Just to wrap up, Rashid, there's not many Premiership or First Division games this Sunday, but in terms of prizes this year, there is something new and exciting that you want to mention?
We've got some good news. With the help of obviously Cameras and Nurul, our vice chair, we've managed to secure a sponsor, and what will award the Premier League winners and the division winners is a sponsored branded kit, which is either Adidas, Nike or Puma. It'll have your team logo, and that will be the winners from the Premiership, and the Division 1 champions will be getting a sponsored kit, branded kit, if I may remind everyone, and that will be thanks to our sponsors, which Cameras and Nurul managed to maintain this season.
Thank you, Rashid, and that is all for tonight. Thank you to Fakrul who came on earlier. Thank you to Nanu. Thank you to Rashid. Good night.